For more than 2 years, I tried to stop scrolling, reduce my screen time and just get rid of my phone addiction. I managed to make some decent progress from time to time, but nothing really helped me. And I failed and I fell back into scrolling, into binge watching, into being excessive with my phone addiction. Till I found one mindset switch that changed everything for me. This mindset switch helped me to create my compendious 5 pillars of quitting, and with that I was then able to reduce my screen time from 8 hours to under 2. I was able to stop scrolling for now more than 1.5 years, and I was able to fill that new free time with productive stuff, with stuff that I actually want to do and that brings me further in life. With my new free time, I improved my body and I went from skinny to muscular. On top of that, I improved my physical and my mental health tremendously. I fixed my poor sleep and now sleep better than 95% of all people. I traveled around in Europe and in Asia. I rediscovered nature and now find the small things in life enjoyable. On top of that, I climbed the highest mountain in Oman. I read around 70 books in German, French and in English. I ran my first competitive 10K and I'm training for a marathon. I started 2 YouTube channels, this one and one in Spanish, and I never spoke a word of Spanish before I started. So I'm learning a new language. I also learned how to play the piano. And most important, I improved my relationship with my family. Today I will tell you the mindset switch that helped me tremendously and how you can implement it in your life. And on top of that, if you listen to this, I will guarantee you it will extrapolate your life to a better life forever. So, let's talk about you, or to be more specific, your 1.0 version. Right now, you are probably unable to achieve your goals. You're unable to get rid of your phone addiction, you're unable to get rid of your scrolling addiction, you're unable to get rid of your bad habits. In your current state, you don't have the tools, you don't have the capabilities to do so. Because if you would be able to do, you already achieved those things. So, you need to switch something. And you need to switch from your old version, your 1.0 version, to a better version, to your 2.0 version. You need to imagine in your head that you are trying to go on a road trip. So, your 1.0 version of you is this old car that isn't able to drive. It's rusty and it's just unable to drive. It doesn't matter what kind of fuel you put into it, it just isn't unable to drive. So, what do? To continue your road trip and reach your destination, you need to switch the car. And you need to switch the car to a car that is able to drive. And that's the same we do right now. We will switch from your 1.0 version that isn't able to stop scrolling, that isn't able to get rid of your phone addiction, to a better car or a better you, the 2.0 version that is able to drive, that is able to achieve those things. So, the foundation, or the foundation of you, the 2.0 version of you. You need now a strong foundation. And a strong foundation is crucial for everything. It's crucial for your life, but it's also crucial for your house. If you want to build a house and you have a house that's built on sand, it doesn't matter how strong the house itself is. If the foundation is bad, the house will crumble. But if you have a house that stands on strong concrete, it could have worse material than the other house, but it still would stand strong and endure every storm. So that's what we need to do with yourself. We need to build or create your 2.0 foundation. And how do we do this? First, we need to ask yourself 3 different questions to build this foundation. The first is, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And now think, who do you want to be? Who is your 2.0 version? Like, what does he want to achieve? Think about those things. How does this person act or live? You need to ask or answer all of those 3 questions right now. Take a piece of paper or take your phone and open Notes app and then ask or answer yourself this question. Now I give you an example how you can do this, or just an example. The 2.0 version of you example could be: I want to be a fit guy, a man who is productive, who can do hard work. I want to be a present person who can have good relationships, etc. And then I want to have a six-pack. I want to stop scrolling. I want to reduce my screen time to under 2 hours. I want to travel Europe. I want to have 2 kids. I want to graduate. I want to be a lawyer. I want to earn $8,902, etc. And he isn't on his phone when he talks, when he eats, when he travels, when he goes to bed. He goes to the gym 4 times a week. He studies 2 hours each day. He reads 30 pages. He meditates 50 minutes each day. Etc. So you need to create right now this. You need to create this right now. It doesn't matter wherever you are. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You need to stop everything and create this right now. Because this is crucial if you actually want to stop scrolling, if you actually want to stop phone addiction, if you actually want to achieve anything in life. So, stop this video right now. I don't care. Stop this video and do this right now. So, you now did this. If not, you're a pussy and you will never achieve your goals. You will never achieve anything in your life and you're a loser. So, either go do that or stop watching this video entirely. Because you will never achieve your goals, you will be a loser for the rest of your life, you will never achieve anything in your life because you don't take action. Good. Now, I hope that you did the things. I hope that you did your plan. I hope that you found your foundation. And I hope that you took time with it and didn't rush it. So, how do you get there? How do you get to your 2.0 version of yourself? So, you need to think of you like this circle. Right now, you're this 1.0 circle and you want to go to this 2.0 version of yourself. And you do this by reaching this bigger circle. Now, you do this by going out of your comfort zone and going out of your old self. This is by doing new habits. This is by doing uncomfortable things. And if you do uncomfortable things, you will go out of your 1.0 version. This is the light brown color or the light brown arrow. This is the progress you make out of your comfort zone, out of your 1.0 version. Now there is also a darker brown arrow that's pulling you in to the 1.0 version. Because you need to realize that you're an organism, and organisms have survival bias. They want to survive, they want to live. And your 1.0 version notice that you want to change and you want to change to a better version of yourself, but it still wants to survive. So it drags you down to your old version because it doesn't want to die. Because metaphorically speaking, if you switch to your 2.0 version, you are basically killing yourself. And you also need to kill yourself, metaphorically speaking, not in real life, just in your head. You need to kill yourself. You need to switch from 1.0 to your 2.0. So, as you continue to make progress and switch your habits and switch your behavior and switch your thinking, the pressure that's pulling you back to your 1.0 version gets also stronger. And the strongest point is when you're almost the 2.0 version, you will hit this barrier. And now, the crucial thing is, as soon as you hit this barrier, this wall, most of you will stop because Now the pain or the pressure is at its highest. So you need to stick to it. You need to stay strong and you need to continue to work on the behaviors and the habits that the 2.0 version of you has. You need to stay out of your comfort zone longer, because one day you will surpass this barrier. You will cross this barrier and penetrate this barrier and cross this wall and break it. And as soon as you did this, you will be a new person and you will be the 2.0 version. And now the version of yourself is this big circle again. And then you achieved what you wanted to do. You became the person you wanted to be. So how do you get there? You need to realize that you need to go out of your comfort zone. And you need to go out of your comfort zone by doing habits and behaviors that feel uncomfortable, but you know your 2.0 version would do. Like I said, if you did the first step, if you made your foundation good, if you've written down habits that this person does, if you've written down how he thinks, how he dresses, how he acts, then you can imitate this and you will achieve that. But of course it will be uncomfortable. Like I said, your old self will try to pull you back down. So you need to basically push forward and forward and forward into or out of your comfort zone. A little example is, you need to imagine in your head that you have a rope around your wrist. And this rope is attached to a pole in a middle of your circle. So now you will run in one direction. And as you run, the rope gets tighter and tighter. And it also has more pressure on it. So you will continue to run. And the further you go, the more pressure it's pulling you back to this pole. And this is the 1.0 version of you pulling you back. And now you need to run so strong in one direction till the rope snaps. And then you will become the 2.0 version of yourself. Like I written here down, you need to basically kill your old self, metaphorically speaking, not in real life. And then you will become your 2.0 version. You do this by seeing yourself as a different person. Act like your 2.0 version. Who is he? What is he? How does he act? If you do those things, you will become him. If you change your behaviors, if you think to yourself, oh, I'm not this guy anymore, I'm now the 2.0 version of me, and then you reflect your thoughts with action, you will actually become this new version of yourself. You will make changes because you will change, or you change how you think about yourself and how you view yourself, and then you will change your behaviors and you will become the 2.0 version of yourself. Basically, an example is your 1.0 version of yourself scrolls, does bad habits and binge watches. Now, the 2.0 version of you, he doesn't scroll, he doesn't binge watch, and he doesn't do binge eat. On top of that, he doesn't use his phone first thing in the morning. He puts his phone 1 hour away before he goes to bed. He doesn't eat with his phone. He doesn't go to the toilet with his phone. If you do those habits or those things that you think your 2.0 version would do and implement them in your life, after a period of time, you will become your 2.0 version. If you want to have a full guided way to now actually stop scrolling with actionable steps, with what habits you can do, and with habits that will fill your free time with productive stuff, so you can even progress further to your 3.0 version of yourself, then click the first link in the description. Now a little bonus tip. What if you don't really want to change? And now you may ask yourself, I want to change, I want to stop scrolling, I want to do bad habits. But do you really want to do them? Do you really want to change? Because if you just say, it would be nice to change, or it would be nice to stop those things, but you don't really want to do those things, then you will never be able to change. So an example is, you continue to scroll because there is an emotional attachment to the thing. The emotional attachment could be because it gives you a sense of connection, because you can send your friends funny memes, so you have this connection. This is an emotional reason. And then you justify why you scroll with, it's fun, or it isn't so bad. So you don't actually want to change. Now, how you can actually change is by finding an emotional reason why you want to change. You have now an emotional reason why you want to continue. Like I said, connection or friendship or this false sense of productivity. And now you need to have a stronger reason why you want to stop. In your head, you basically need to imagine a scale, or look at the screen, a scale. On one side, the 1.0 version is basically your old belief. It's the emotional reason why you want to continue to scroll, because you still attach to that thing. So the scale tips in this favor, so you will be never able to stop scrolling or stop the bad habits. Now, how you can be able to stop is to make your 2.0 version, or the why you want to change, better, and you make it better with an emotional reason. Let's say, the example, you want to stop scrolling. The reason why you continue to scroll is because it gives you this false sense of connection. That's your emotional reason. Right now, this reason is stronger for the reason or the facts why you want to stop scrolling. Because if you just look at the facts, because you know it's bad for your attention span, you know it harms your cognitive function, you know it's just bad. You know the facts, but because it isn't emotional, you won't change. So you need to make it emotional. And you make it emotional by asking yourself why you want to change. And then, first is probably a fact. You want to change to be more productive. This isn't an emotional reason. You need to go deeper. And you ask yourself, why do you want to be more productive? And then you have this answer to graduate high school. Then you ask yourself, why do I want to graduate high school? To have a good job, or to have the ability to have a good job. Why do I want to have a good job? To make a fuck ton of money. Why do I want to make a fuck ton of money? So I can live a good life and travel to Mallorca or to the Bahamas. Now that's a more emotional reason. And if you have multiple answers, multiple reasons for stopping, then this reason will become heavier. And then at one point it will finally tip in your favor and you will be able to stop scrolling. And that's basically it. If you truly grasp this concept, then you will be able to stop scrolling, you will be able to stop every addiction by making emotional reason and then justify it with facts. So, how can you find your emotional reasons? Is sit with yourself, listen to your emotion for 50 minutes, do nothing, just sit there without any distraction and listen just to your emotion and think about the question why you want to stop, and then scrolling or phone addiction or binge watching or whatever you want to stop. And then listen to your thoughts, listen to what your mind says, and then think about what your mind said and then write it down. This way you find your emotional reason, and this way you will actually stop. But you need to stop numbing yourself for 15 minutes and just listening to yourself. Right, if you want a full guided way to stop scrolling, reduce your screen time, stop your phone addiction, fill your free time with productive stuff, with stuff that brings you further in life, that makes you more productive than ever, and that gives you such a boost in life, then click the first link in the description. On that note, have a great day, sleep well, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.